Okay, so let's continue. We're gonna create a player life section around here and inventory section, item section around here. Okay, so in this UI class, so we're gonna create a player UI. First JPanel, life panel, and JLabel. I'm gonna name this life label and create this as an array. New JLabel, and I put 6 here. Yeah, in this game, player's maximum life is 5. So we're gonna use number 0 to 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and another JPanel. And this is gonna be inventory panel. And for this panel, let's create 3 JLabel and public this time. JLabel, and the first one is sword label and shield label and lantern label. So these are the items that you can get in this game, and I think that's everything for the player UI. So let's create it. First, okay, let's call a method create player field or something, and let's create this method. Probably after this create arrow button. Anyway, it's fine though. Public void create player field and instantiate this live panel. Call new JPanel and panel set bounds. Placement is around like x50 and y0, and width is 250 and height is 50. Set background and color that. Let's choose blue for now, and also let's set a layout. Set layout, and this time we're gonna use this grid layout and put number 1, 5. Import. So this means can I see it? Yeah, so as you can see, the first number is rows and the second number is columns. So we want to display life icon horizontally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that, and then add this panel to the window. Live panel. So panel is done, and let's get the live image. So image icon, live icon or something. All new image icon. Get class. Get class. Order. Get resource. And for this one, we're gonna use this heart icon. Yeah, this looks pretty big. Maybe okay. I think I forgot to resize this image. Actually, this is supposed to be 35 pixels, but I forgot to resize it. I can do it by using Photoshop, but it's a little bit too much pain. So I think I'm gonna do it here in this code. So let's call this image first, heart.png. And so to rescale this image, first we're gonna use this image class, and name this, and live icon, so this is image icon, dot get image, and dot, oops, where is it, and dot get scaled instance, and width height hints, and so this width will be the number we are going to resize this heart image, and I'm gonna type 35 and 35, and here image dot scale default, I think. So with this line, this live icon get scaled to this size, and now we get this image as an image icon. So live icon equal new image icon image. I'll show you the result a bit later, so let me create other stuff first. Okay, then let's set this live icon on this live panel, and since we want to display 5 live icons on this panel, so we're gonna use a while loop or for loop. So integer I equal 1, start from 1, and while loop 6, and here we're gonna use this live label. So live label I equal new J label. So instantiate. So we start from 1, and the live. Okay, let's copy this. Set icon, and here live icon, and then we're gonna add this live label to this live panel. So live panel dot add this one, live label, and I plus plus. So we're gonna repeat this 5 times until I hit 5. Okay, so let's check this. So it's like this, and I'm gonna show you what's gonna happen if we didn't this scaling thing. So comment out. Yeah, so we're not seeing heart image now because this single image is too large. Yeah, 640 times 554. But I personally don't recommend to this. I'm doing this myself now, but yeah, because if you do this, the image quality gets degraded. So I think, in this case, preparing an image with this size beforehand would be better. Yeah, but sometimes, this is kind of a convenient, so I just wanted to introduce. So anyway, so yeah, player live is displayed, and so this is the live panel. So let's change this to black. And now let's create a inventory panel. So inventory panel call new J panel. Inventory panel set bounds. This one X is 650, and Y 0, width is 100, and height is 50. Background and for this one too, set layout. New grid And for this one, 1, 3, because there are 3 items. And inventory panel. Okay, let's check this. Okay. So if you wanna add more items, then maybe you can change this to 5 or 7 or whatever number. Then we're gonna create 3 item labels. Okay, so let's create items. First, sword label, new J label. Okay, so let's get the image icon. Let me check the icon size. This one too. Oh my gosh. All 512. Okay, then let's rescale for this one too. Okay, so let's just copy this one and the sword, a plain dagger. Okay, so actually this is not a sword. It's plain dagger. Okay. And the rescale to 35 is fine, I think. Okay, so let's change this to sword icon. And okay, we have already created this image, so let's delete this. And okay, sword icon. Change this to sword icon and the sword icon. Okay. And let's create shield and lantern too. So shield, lantern, shield. And lantern icon. Lantern. Dragon shield. Lantern flame. Yeah, and I forgot to set icon. So sword label, set icon, sword icon, and also add to the inventory panel. Sword label. Let's copy. So shield icon. And shield label. Lantern label. Lantern icon. I hope I'm not I'm not missing anything. That's all, I think. Okay. Shield. Lantern. Looks okay, so let's check it. Oops. Null pointer. Yeah, null pointer. Probably file name. What is this? Plain dagger. Okay. Looks good. So let's change to black. Okay, so the life panel and the inventory panel are done. Okay. Then next we're gonna create a player class. So inside of this main package, create a class and name this as a player. And again, create constructor, get game manager. Also, we're gonna create some player stats. First, public int player max life, and then public int player life. So this means a player's current life, and I'm gonna make 3 more variables. Public int has sword, has shield, public int has lantern. So we're gonna use these 3 variables to check if player has these items. Okay, then I think I'm gonna make a method and call this set player default status or something, default value or status. And so we're gonna set the default value here. So player max life 5 and player life 3, has sword 0. So you can use boolean too if you want, and the true and the false, but so in this case I'm gonna use this integer as 0 means you don't have it and 1 means you have it. Has shield 0, has lantern. So we are creating this method because whenever you want to reset player's stats, you can just call this method. So kind of convenient. And then we're gonna create another method, public void. I'm gonna call this update player status. So what this method is gonna do is it's gonna apply player's current stats to the screen. So like if player has 3 lives, then it's gonna display 3 life icons, and if player has sword, then it's gonna display sword icon on the screen and stuff like that. First, remove all life icon. So to update player stats, first we're gonna remove all the heart icon first, then display it again according to your current life. So I'm gonna use while loop again, int I call 1, so it starts from 1, while I 6, we're gonna call gm.ui.life label I. So this is the label that we used to display heart icon, and no, not true but false, and I plus plus. So we're gonna set everything invisible first, then we're gonna display player life. So first integer life count equal player life, so means current player life, and while loop life count not equal 0, then gm.ui.life label life count that set visible true, and life count minus minus. So for example, if player life is 3, then So that means life count is not 0. So this while loop starts, and so it starts from 3, life label 3, and it makes it visible, then the -1, so life label 2 also visible, and the life label 1 also visible, and then 0, so while loop stops. That means it's gonna display 3 life icon, life label. And to do this while loop, we need to reset all these life icons first. And then let's check player items. So if player has some items or not. So check player items. I'm gonna simply use if statement, I think. So has sword equal 0, I think. And then gm.ui.sword label, I think. Set visible false. And also the opposite. So if player has the sword, then this is gonna be true. I don't know, maybe there is a better way to do it, but this works at least. So, and shield and lantern. So shield and lantern. I think. Then okay, I think player class is done. So let's instantiate the class here. After this UI, public player player equal new player and this. And I think when the game starts, we want to call the default player settings. So player dot set player default status. And wait a minute. And also, yeah, let's call this update player status too. So I think from here. Okay, let's check this. Hope this works. Okay, player has what's happening here? Player has 3 hearts. This is okay, but the player has shield and a lantern. Something is wrong. Yeah, of course I haven't changed this. My bad. So yeah, this is what happened if you use copy and paste too much. So let's change this to, what is this, shield lantern okay, again. Okay, so player has no items because default value is 000. So but if you change like a shield and a lantern 1, then yeah, player has a shield and a lantern, sword, then everything like this. Okay, so let's change this to 0. Okay, so I think the player class is done.